onwe ha. Onye isi oche ụlọ ọrụ ICPC bụ Bolaji Owasawoye kwupụtara nke a mgbe a gbapere ụlọ ọrụ ICPC na steeti Enugu. Chika Ugwu ji akụkọ ahụju.
Ọmarịcha ụlọ a nke arụrụ na ebe mepere emepe na steeti a bụ ọnwa 18 ha rụgidere ọrụ ịrụpụta ya n'ihi na afọ 17 nke gara ka ndị ụlọ ọrụ ICPC na steeti a nọrọ na ụlọ ha na-akwụ ụgwọ. Dịka ọrụ ha bụ maka ileba anya maka mpụ na aghụghọ ma kụzie ndị mmadụ uru ọ dị ibelata aghụghọ na obodo a, onye ji ọkwa chairman ICPC bụ Bolaji Owasawoye nke Obiora Igwe Dibia nọchitere anya ya kwuru na ụlọ ọhụrụ ndị ICPC nwere ga-enye ndị ụlọ ọrụ ha aka nke ukwuu rụọ ọrụ ha ọfụma ịhụ na ewetere atụmatụ ha bụ maka ibelata mpụ na aghụghọ. Ndị ụlọ omebe iwu nke gburugburu kwuru okwu na ọgbakọ ahụ toro gọvanọ Ugwuanyi maka inye ndị ụlọ ọrụ ICPC ala ha ji wee rụọ ụlọ ha sịkwa na nke a ga-enye aka nke ukwuu gara ndị ọrụ ha inyere ha ikikere wee rụọ ọrụ ọfụma. Ka ọ na-egosi okwukwe enwere na kọmishọn ahụ ga-arụ ọrụ ọfụma iwepụ mpụ na aghụghọ kpamkpam na steeti a, gọvanọ Ugwuanyi sịrị na ụlọ ọrụ ICPC emeela ọfụma ịkwalite ezigbo omume enweghị mpụ na aghụghọ ọkachasị n'ụlọ ọrụ ndị nọ na steeti a, ma sị na gọọmenti ga na-akwado ha na steeti a. Ụlọ ọrụ ICPC nọ na Enugu steeti bụ nke ha na-ahụ maka steeti a nakwa Ebonyi steeti. Site na Enugu, abụ m Chika Ugwu.
Iji pịacha akụkọ ụwa taa, ga-enwe ntị n'isiokwu anyị ji mere akụkọ. Ihe niile adịla etu a chọrọ maka emume inyefe ọkwa ọchịchị n'aka ọhụrụ dịka gọvanọ Ugwuanyi gbapere ụlọ ọrụ ICPC n'Enugu. Onye gọvanọ ahọpụtara ọhụrụ nke Enugu bụ Dr. Peter Mba ekwupụtala ihe akwụ na nwenwe ya nye ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka nke a bụ Code of Conduct Bureau. Ndị ụka alakụba nọ na steeti a emeela ekpere ụbọchị Fraịde pụrụ iche dịka otu n'emume wepụtara maka mmemme nguzobe ọchịchị ọhụrụ n'ụbọchị 29 nke ọnwa bụ Mee. Ọgụkọ ọha n'ọnụ n'akụkọ ụwa taa anagbuana taa echebunta kọfọt anyị nọzi nso maka ịkapịrị ya bụ akụkọ ụwa n'asụsụ Bekee. Kachifo.
On the news, preparations for handover of power in top gear as Governor Ugwuanyi inaugurates projects. Incoming Governor of Enugu State declares asset. Plus, special Jumat marking May 29 inauguration activities held. Remember, you can join us live on our YouTube at Nta Enugu. Good evening and many thanks for joining us on this desk tonight. My name is Comfort Ayim with the details. All is set for a smooth transition of power in Enugu State come May 29. Correspondent brings us an update on level of preparations. It's been a week-long preparations here in Obara Square, Enugu State, venue of the May 29 inauguration ceremony. and the police has been on ground in preparations for the ceremonial parade as part of activities that will mark that event. The government is on preparations to ensure a smooth transition, and residents on their part are eager to watch the governor-elect Peter Mba take oath of office with high expectations from his administration.
Excited because the incoming is a man of the people, and we believe that he will do more. As we witness it, and then we hope it will go very well. No, I'm ready for it. Even now, I'm ready to move to it.
Coming on a day Enugu State observes sit at home, one will wonder if the turnout of people will be massive.
Sit at home or not sit at home, it will not restrict us. Even as we are coming out here, we are still reminding the new incoming government if he has anything to do for the people that will make this sit at home come to an end, he should also do it.
Already the police is collaborating with the sister agencies to ensure a peaceful transition.
We have 17 local government divisional officers that's covering all the 17 local governments in Enugu State. Beyond that, we have our counter-terrorism squad.
Meanwhile, the Enugu State House of Assembly will, for the first time since 1999, witness a new political party, Labour Party, as a majority with 14 members as against 10 for the ruling PDP. We are at the entrance of the Lion Building here in Enugu State talking about the government house, and the message is clear and simple. All is set for the inauguration ceremony come May 29, 2023. In Enugu, Comfort, I am. A special Jumat prayer held today at the Owerri Road Central Mosque, Enugu, as part of lineup activities marking inauguration of the incoming administration in Enugu State. Nta Enugu reports.
That was the Chief Imam Owerri Road Central Mosque, Saeed Zulkarnaini, leading in the special Jumat prayers. The Muslim community in Enugu State constitutes an appreciable percentage of the population of people living in the state. And just like their Christian counterparts in the state, these Muslims contribute so much to the growth and development of the state, physically, socially, and spiritually, especially through these prayers they say every Friday at the mosque.
We prayed for Nigeria entirely, that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make peace to prevail. And we also pray special prayer for our state, Enugu State, that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the peace in Enugu continue.
The Enugu State government is not unaware of these contributions by the Muslim community in the state, and this perhaps could be the reason why it wants the activities lined up for the wind-up of the outgoing administration and the inauguration of the incoming to begin with this special Jumat service.
The state belongs to everyone. In Enugu State is one God. We don't have divisions here. We love each other. It is one Nigeria.
Leaders of the Hausa and Muslim communities are excited by this move made by the state government.
In Enugu State, we don't have division of religion. We see each other as a very beautiful family, the Muslim and the Christian. So it's not by accident that they choose this. It has been the tradition of the government of Enugu State.
It is hoped that this cordial relationship existing between the Muslim community and Christians in Enugu State will be sustained as we help in fostering national cohesion and integration. In Enugu, Nta Enugu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the governor-elect, Dr. Peter Mba, has declared his assets to the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, says it is obligatory for every public officer to do so as required by the law. Again, Nta Enugu reports that Dr. Peter Mba submitted his assets declaration forms at the Southeast Zonal Office of the Code of Conduct Bureau.
As required by the law, the Code of Conduct Bureau usually invites all those serving in government, private and public sectors to declare their assets. This exercise is critical in the promotion of transparency and accountability in governance. Under the watch of a notary public, the Enugu State Governor-elect Peter Mba submitted his asset declaration forms to the Federal Commissioner in charge of the Southeast Zone of the Code of Conduct Bureau.
It's quite seamless, so we have populated the form. We also, in the presence of the public notary, executed the form as required by the law. So that's simply what I come to.
The Federal Commissioner in charge of the Southeast Zone of the CCB has this to say about the exercise.
I've given a kind of example to the rest of the other positions and even the people who are going to be the functionaries that they have to comply with the rule of law.
The declaration of assets, according to the Code of Conduct Bureau, is mandatory for public servants and not an option. And in the private sector, there are codes of corporate governance. Nta Enugu, NTA News.
Stakeholders engage in adaptation of measures on climate change in the Southeast. These and more shortly after the break.
Not too much Plus is here. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get $1,000 welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
Moving on, while most states in the Southeast are still grappling with measures to tackle climate change, Feed the Future initiative has, through intense research, provided adaptable action plan and policy already domiciled in Ebonyi State, worthy of emulation. Mina Adobe Ukobas reports that the revelation was made during a 2-day stakeholders engagement on adoption of measures to climate change for the Southeast, held in Enugu State.
The gathering of climate desk officers of various ministries of environment in the Southeast in Enugu State is solely to seek solutions and or adaptable measures to various climatic conditions ravaging the Southeast, as exposed in their various presentations.
We usually experience flash flood. What we call flash flood, we have land degradations, there is gully erosion, landslides, and even desert encroachment. Sometimes you see that certain fruits and animals are going into extinct. So there is a conservation problem, ecological mayhem.
All we're doing here is to develop our capacities, after which we should go back and then redevelop the capacities of persons, maybe from local government down to the grassroots, so that we reduce the incidence of our destructive mechanisms to the ecosystem.
The situation in Ebonyi State, however, is different, as an evidence-based research by Feed the Future initiative, powered by Michigan State University, has helped train farmers on soil tests, identification of suitable and adaptable varieties of crops and rice with high yield, which is why Ebonyi State remain at the top of the ladder in rice production in the Southeast.
We thank God and gracious to Michigan State University USA and Feed the Future agricultural policy in Nigeria, the principal investigator, Professor Weda Tassier of Michigan State University, who have been supporting Ebonyi since 2015 till date. The effect of it is what we brought, how we're going to integrate Southeast to benefit from Ebonyi in terms of agri-policy and the climate change policy and the agri-smart plan, which they have gone ahead insisting us.
During the interactive session, participants called on government to declare a state of emergency on climate change, initiate a policy statement with visibility at sustaining climate change, as well as synergize with desk officers for reliable information and data on climate change.
And institutionally, all the relevant documents like Ebonyi State policy on climate change, Ebonyi State law on climate change, and all the relevant legal documents have been provided by government and donor agencies to the department.
It is their opinion that with political will to finance climate change, adaptation of climate change into the educational curriculum at all levels, use of ecological funds to finance climate change, and encouragement of renewable energy, issues surrounding climate change in the region would be curtailed. In Enugu, Nina Adobukobase, NTA News.
Nta Enugu brings us an inauguration ceremony of ICPC office here in Enugu State, performed by Governor Ugwuanyi.
This edifice, sited at a highbrow area in Enugu State, is indeed the result of 18 months of hard work and tenacity after 17 years of full operation in a rented facility in the state. Poised with the mandate of investigation and prosecution of corruption, as well as public education and enlightenment, the ICPC chairman represented believes that the new facility will engender dedication of staff in realizing the commission's mandates.
The goal is to diminish corruption risk, improve ethics, and integrity benchmark to positively impact service delivery.
National legislative members present commended the Enugu State Governor for allocating a suitable piece of land to build the complex, one which they perceive will create a conducive environment for optimal performance of staff.
The National Assembly as a whole would continue to render the necessary support to the Commission in order to carry out her duties effectively so as to reduce corruption to its barest minimum in the country.
The major weapon used to checkmate corrupt practices is the legal requirement by public servants and public office holders to declare their assets at specified periods. This is where the public comes in to volunteer information to the anti-corruption agencies.
Expressing confidence in the Commission's competence in the fight against corruption following its track record, Governor Nta Enugu is optimistic that the fight to combat corruption in Enugu State will be sustained.
Professionalism and intelligence that brought to bear on the conduct of the affairs. What power of the track record.
The Enugu State office of the ICPC covers Enugu and Ebonyi states. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
And just before we go, another look at major stories. All is set for May 29 inauguration as Governor Nta Enugu inaugurates ICPC office in Enugu State. The incoming governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has declared his asset to the Code of Conduct Bureau. We also told you that Muslims in Enugu State today held a special Jumat prayer as part of lineup activities marking May 29 inauguration. That's the news tonight. We thank you for watching. Good night.